recently seen this brother perform at my homeboy show, Joel Q, for the Angel in Training. And I've never experienced a performance quite like this before, where you laugh and then enjoy the performance at the same time.
Because it was deep music too. Like you like, hold on,
and then he turned up on you,
real bars.
So we just gonna get into it. We got the homie Korporate in the building, man.
Oh, God.
How you been?
Man, I can't complain. One day at a time. You have.
Hey, I don't even know how I'm gonna talk to you. But we was recently discussing with the homie Nico Rude about this Chicago list that recently came out through What's the Word. We're gonna continue the conversation. I would like to hear your take on it.
Man, whole time I seen it this morning. You know what I'm saying? And I got an honor code. I'm not too quick to, you know what I'm saying, shade anyone. Actually, it's just not really my thing. I prefer to let my work speak for me. So a lot of the people on there, you know what I'm saying, I haven't heard of, but you know what I'm saying, maybe they got, you know what I'm saying, different demographics, or you know what I'm saying, they bubbling up something serious as of recently. Several of the people on that, you know what I'm saying, brothers like Valet, that's my man's, like, you know what I'm saying, definitely Joel Q, Vo, you know what I'm saying, my man's the boy iLLANOiZE Super, like, and a few others like Rico Reckless, like, you know what I'm saying, it's cool, but I kind of looked at it as like, okay, these are my opponents. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. It's all good, but now I have to just destroy all of them, which is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have love for everyone in their craft, but you know what I'm saying? When it's time to touch the field, it's just a different thing. So I take the challenge of just, you know what I'm saying, messing up the whole hypothesis situation that they got going on. Like, where did Korporate come from?
Yeah, why they incorporate Korporate?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I need to do. I know what's coming up.
And you're looking at them as food.
Like, you know, food. You know what I'm saying? Some delicacies right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just one of those, say less.
Hey, well, your time coming, my brother. You gonna be on your own list.
Man, one day at a time.
When I saw him spit on that stage, my boy, I'm like, yo,
man,
he go.
Yeah, he do.
Go. I went to the side like, look, bro, when you do your mixtape, what you want to do is,
oh God,
look, what you want to do is you want to do what you just did on the stage.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he said, they already got it, bro.
Yeah, on
I'm
the
like,
way.
all right, cool.
Yeah,
I just let you know. If you didn't, that shit was hard.
And that's how we got you here today. Like, yes, I seen you and we linked, we talked, chopped it up. You're a very well-mannered guy, like humble.
Bless.
Like,
yes,
people will probably feel they can't approach you.
Absolutely.
But listen when I say he's very approachable, cool dude, real genuine. So don't be scared to approach people. That's how you network.
They not either. You know what I'm saying? If they catch me in the field, like, hey, fool, like, chop it up with me. Like, I'm just regular degular. I just work hard. That's all. I'm not doing anything that anybody else can't do.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's true.
You know, and I let people know how I came up. I encourage you to do the same. I'm not worried about you, you know what I'm saying, surpassing me. You know what I'm saying? Well, we should always want better for the next person.
Right. Yeah, you should.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that.
And speaking of your come up, I actually want to talk about how was it before the come up? Like, what were you doing before things started popping off for you?
That's what I preach on the most. Because I was putting in the work and it wasn't really generating the results that I felt like I deserved. But even in the midst of that, I knew what I had to offer.
Okay.
So as discouraging as it may have been at that time, I just had to keep pushing because I knew what I deserved. And once something clicked, and for me it was the first Chicago video, and I realized that I had a wave, I hopped on my surfboard. We go!
Hey, yo, the real.
I definitely remember that video. I'm like, Buddy just went ham.
Bro, I remember when I saw the hashtag, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
From there, it just, he done branded it.
Look, I remember he got in the car. What that party was like.
Yeah. Fake busting whole time.
I'm like, that's crazy. He got it down packed to a science.
That was just in the midst of life. Like, when I recorded that video in the car, I was parked at the Shell gas station on 79th and State. I was driving for Uber at the time, and I was just waiting for another request. And I finished the video right before the request. I pressed out the whole thing.
Perfect time.
Everything that's meant to happen.
It's happening, man.
Yeah.
So the music thing has always been the first love.
Absolutely. I love it. I love rap so much I could cry about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I feel like I was born for that to pull. I don't even write. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's never no pen, no paper. Like, Well, Jay-Z, I pulled words out there, L.A. Bluetooth. Like, that's real. Like,
so you see it. You just see
Absolutely.
it and pick it out.
I get inspired and I go.
Man.
So like listening to your music and then listening to the comedy side of it, of what you got going on, it's like how he's so deep, but then like, you know, some guys like Common, like I wouldn't expect Common with a sense of humor. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't expect a Twably Kweli with a sense of humor.
Oh God.
So you feel me? But for you, it's like this dude, he can really preach. He can really hit us with some jewels, and then have us laughing right after.
Right after.
Like, how do you balance that?
Man, my whole brand is just surrounded by strategic measures. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to keep a balance between the, you know what I'm saying, entertainment and the music. Even if you go way back, like people, my YouTube, you know what I'm saying, game is decent. People will go back to videos back from 2012 and see I was battle rapping. Like, and see that this rapping, you know what I'm saying, acting ain't nothing that just came. Like, I've really been doing that when people do their research and find out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So during the whole course of me, you know what I'm saying, being entertaining, I always kept some type of balance with the music and implemented it and put it out there, you know what I'm saying, to some extent so that people at least know. But I did know that, which was one of the, you know what I'm saying, biggest tasks that I had to take on, is making sure that I'm spitting on a level that people, that will allow people to take me seriously. Because you can be boxed in as a comedian, like, very easily. Right. So I have to spit on God level in order for them to really take me serious.
On God level. I like that.
That's a high level right there.
I would never thought you ever was a battle rapper.
Yeah. And actually, I'm not even a battle rap. I just love to play around with words. That came from an argument. Like, I don't really care about too much. You can't really get under my skin, but he came out his mouth and said I couldn't rap. Huh?
You just disrespected.
Did you retire it? And somebody recorded it, turned it into a commercial, and it brought the whole city out in South Carolina.
Wow. In
South Carolina, it was a packed venue, and we battled. And it was my first time battling ever. And it played out pretty decent.
So that's that right there. That's pure motivation for you to push harder.
Most definitely. And that was that was 2012. Damn. 2012, yeah.
So, you know, with the music and the hilarious side of you, I just want to know, like, how did you create that wave from the viral, you know, going viral, to transition it to bringing it within your music?
I remember one of the biggest risks that I took to for the greater good of my music. I know with the Chicago niggas be like / Black Chicago be like thing, that's like crack for Chicago.
It really
and a lot
is.
of people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they may not even watch the video unless that hashtag is associated with it. So at one point I had to figure out, how am I going to bring music to a Black Chicago Be Like video without taking away from the Black Chicago thing and making it seem like I'm trying too hard. That's how the On Phonum record came about. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was Black Chicago Be Like Part 23, where, you know, it was a lot of, you know what I'm saying, stuff going on at the time, and I needed to make something where I was talking to Chicago, so that's when I did the video where I was talking to myself, where I played two different characters, and it blew up. The response was, I was just at the crib just damn about to tear up. Like, they was just like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Woo, I'm like, oh, we gone.
Felt
like,
good.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of the first major steps that I took toward people really knowing, like, okay, this kid really raps. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I really knew it was real when Chance found it, which that was actually the first time that he shouted me out. Like, I had never met him before, and then he just shouted me out on Twitter, like, man, Korporate up next. Woo, woo. Now, it was a bittersweet tweet. Okay. Because he was like, Korporate is the next up, best comedian next out. The word comedian was just kind of like, but he was in tune with me too, because he retweeted the On Phonum Black Chicago Be Like video as well. So it was just like, okay, cool. Like,
so the comedian part, you would never see yourself doing stand up?
That's impossible. Like, it's just like, look, what I'm doing with the videos is pretty much some people just swear I'm a Kevin Hart, right? It's not really that. The rapping is what allows me to be able to do that. Right. It's all about coming up with witty things and knowing how to deliver it. That's it. I just use my rapping ability to do the videos. And the acting, you know what I'm saying, I just do that. Like, just do it. Anybody could, like, I do videos about what I think is funny. If you think it's funny, then you can do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how I come up with a video. I just be walking around tweaking. Just tweaking, thinking. And if I laugh out loud about something, it needs to be a video. It's that the process of coming up with it is just that simple.
Right. So do you have a problem with people taking you as a comedian, not as an artist?
On the inside, but I can understand why. You know what I'm saying? I just take it as a challenge that I just need to turn the whole situation around as far as how people, you know what I'm saying, view me and perceive me as.
Right.
But, you know, it kind of burns a little bit, but I can understand why. So
because it's like how Kanye used to get looked at as a producer and as a
And he
rapper.
stood on that table.
But like it's like, you know, Hov Rockefeller didn't sign him because he could rap. They signed him for a producer.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to let the beats get away. So, you know, a lot of people would like hire you or, you know, get you to come out, but not as an artist. You
Most
know what
definitely.
I mean? How do you like handle that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I'll get booking requests to do stand up. Just respond cooked. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want me, like, it's Thanksgiving. No, my team will just let them know, like, no, he don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to book me, I'll host it or perform my music. Now, because I've established a brand that's so strong and a following that's so significant, that would make a promoter be like, well, if that's what it takes to get you here, then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Woo, woo, like, and I'm spreading like that.
that's what's up. That's smart.
It is very. If you notice on our IG, I put marketing genius.
Oh God, most definitely.
Because,
I'm a nerd with that,
bro. Like I peep it. I'm like, man, this dude is freaking the brain. You talented.
Blessings.
You know what you're doing,
Blessings.
and at the same time, you're providing both audiences what they want.
Absolutely.
While doing what you love.
Most definitely.
So hey, I salute you on that, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
So I gotta ask you, like, your musical influences.
Kanye is my number one influence of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember when Kanye first hit the scene with College Dropout, and I just felt like at that time, if I remember correctly, he was just a fresh breath of air. It seemed like he was the only one to just come out at the time and just speak neutral about life and just not, you know what I'm saying, shooting and, you know what I'm saying, doing this and that. Like, he was just talking about life and, you know what I'm saying, what's real. And I think that's one of the reasons that he just came and just cleaned up the scene. Like, and I just been on him ever since. Whenever people be like, man, Kanye fell off lyrically, like, y'all capping. Like, I've listened. I don't know why people feel like 808s and Heartbreak was a bad album.
Bro, that
Like, what's wrong with you?
They don't
like,
understand
you know what I'm
art.
saying?
Like, those people don't understand art.
that's what it is.
And even Yeezus.
Oh,
like,
my God. Look,
Yeezus just wasn't commercial, but it was a work of art.
I argue with people all the time about Yeezus being like a hard
It was
album.
hard.
It was different.
That joint, like, I can say that all the way through.
It was beautiful. And I have to say, one of the album of his, I'm not quite sure what I could say is my favorite, but the one that I just was just so tear-inducing to me had to be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, it just took me to I felt like that album he grew and matured at a certain point, and it was just beautiful.
It's an art because
music.
the production on that joint.
Yeah.
Like how he was breaking down like the beats so you could just hear the melody. Like,
Yeah.
you
He
could just
used a
hear
lot
it,
of
like,
tunes.
It's
within
like
the-
a score of a movie. Like, this dude, like, making anthem, like, theme songs.
Yeah.
Like, every song on
He
that
definitely changed the way producers produce with the voices. How he
Indeed.
would make it into an instrument. And
Yeah.
That was
It was amazing.
retarded.
An experience. That was an experience.
Yeah, I rock. Kanye's my inspiration. So
Most
like,
definitely.
Yeah, mine
real
too.
talk.
That's the crazy part. Mine too.
When he came out with Through the Wire, it was a rap for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
The
he
Get Well
on.
Soon mixtape had me rap.
Oh,
Man.
I gotta ask you this about Kanye. On his first album, College Dropout, did you listen to that last track all the way through?
Actually,
yeah.
I can't listen to it without, like, his talking part is actually
The best part of the song?
Yeah,
Exactly.
which
That's
is
why I
why
brought
I
it
was
up.
like, I need to make sure I have a part like that, like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Chicago storytelling kind
It
of
is,
low key.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time I done heard the story, so I can listen to that story over and over again.
I walked in the studio with Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
You're in the studio with Jay-Z.
And then he
I
had
switched
the
the drums to the
conversation
drum.
with
Yeah,
other people.
I loved it.
That
I
was
loved
hard.
it.
And that is something like what you do.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Hey, I didn't even notice that until you said that. I should have thought
Man.
about Kanye before even asking that question.
Influential.
Any other artists that influence you?
I take something from every artist, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how people be like, Lil Uzi trash or Lil Yachty's trash. I feel like that's something you could take away from every artist. You know, I take something away from every artist. Lupe, you know what I'm saying? I'm a heavy fan of Lupe. I actually have a song My verse is recorded. The hook on it is done. It's an open verse for Lupe if I ever meet Lupe.
Lupe, if you listen,
Like,
you
you
gotta
know-
get that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just even G Herbo, his last album, Humble Beast. When I was still working at the post office, I listened to it, and this is a beautiful piece of work, and he's so young, spitting on a God level,
Yeah.
painting pictures. Like,
Yeah, that was
oh my God, that
that's
was
a
a great
Chicago
album.
album right there.
That Humble
Man.
Beast was something serious.
Classic.
Like, man,
Yeah,
that
You
was
close your eyes and
serious.
see the city with that one.
Like he literally, because you would look at all the mixtapes he's done,
Yeah.
and be like, I wonder what this album hitting on. It's like he saved
I was
all
at the listening party, listening like, dude, like, cause they had the silent headphones,
And that was the best way to have that type of
And
album.
then like you listening to it, then when they got to the bump song, the crown drum,
Yep.
Yeah, and Bump always deliver. So it was just great.
Yeah, your time. Hey, I can see Kanye hitting you up, Lupe, Herbo. I
One
see
day at
it,
a
bro.
time,
Like
man.
your wave is too strong for them
And
not to know of you.
Bless him.
And
and
then
you could spit, man.
and exactly
Bless his
like
man.
your personality. It's like your personality is easy to vibe with,
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what attract people. You have a very positive personality. So,
appreciate it.
let's talk about. So we running low on time.
On God.
Let's talk about OFN.
On God. On for
Oh, no.
Now, so you sent this joint to me last night, and right off back, as soon as you sent it, I played in the car a couple of
Man,
times.
blessings,
Bro, it's
blessings.
knocking right. So
Blessings.
let's talk about how this track came together and who produced it.
Oh man, shout out to P Flaws. P Flaws produced the record. He actually produced my whole debut joint. You know what I'm saying? It's a treat. I'm not really one to speak too much on stuff before it comes to, you know what I'm saying, physical fruition, but it's a treat. You know what I'm saying? And on Phono record, I was inspired by the original Fear record. That Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying, which is why I kept with the whole on phonum, because there was something that he, you know what I'm saying, was repetitive with in the verse on the song, you know what I'm saying, and I was just listening to it. I'm at work at the post office, I'm just like, man, and it just came to me, you know what I'm saying, I'm just like, and while I was writing it, when I was almost done, it was scary. I'm like, bro, you done came up with something nasty, like, you know what I'm saying, and when it was finished, I was so nervous because it was the first time I had put rap in a Chicago video. Like, my head was about to fall off my shoulders before I dropped it. But, you know what I'm saying, Chicago received it so well. And other states out of the country received it so well. It was just like, man, God was good for that one, man. Like, and the city really needed to hear that. It was a chastisement.
Because you painted the perfect picture with it, and then you did it in a catchy way, like on Phonum.
Yeah, it was pulling them in.
phone.
Like, the people that really do that, they was pulled in by that first part. Like, oh, man, phone of me. He's talking. You hear me? Then I come in and hit him in the chest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're tweaking.
like a movie.
It's like
a
you
movie.
pull them in, and then once they get it in, you close the door. Now you gotta take this. You gotta get what Luck say. You gotta get this work.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. That was a formula for that.
They finna get this work right now.
Oh
Right
God.
On phone now.
Yeah.
Right here on iLLANOiZE via Logic Radio.
On Phonum. That shit hard.
Blessings,
We were just talking off. It gives you that OG feel, like that comment on the corner, like that. It gives you that classical hit record feel.
Out
Definitely.
as an artist, you develop with that song like that's like from somebody that doesn't who from like New England somewhere would be like, he lives that life. Like, how do you write from that?
I grew up around it. I'm always around it. Still around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that.
I mean, I swear I hear my little cousins talking.
God.
That's all like.
That's
Like, you know, Korporate, how you talking?
you gotta be in the land. A lot of people ain't even know I was from here. They thought I was somebody that just parodied the land real. Nah, you gotta be from the land to get
know.
that deep with some of the stuff I be getting.
Because it was deep. Like, it was so deep, it felt close. Like yeah.
Yeah, you feel it.
Markham hit you with the D-Bond. Come on. You gotta be from the land. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
So we gonna get into this quick game.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna start off like this. Uncle Remus or Harold's?
Harold's.
I like that. Look, Southside in the building.
Like,
The face though.
cause I had a bad experience with Uncle Remus. Like, I went to Uncle Remus and they a little pricey. They're a little pricey.
Not a little, a lot of
And I was just so over disappointed. I'm just like, really? I want to find Uncle Remus. Like, bro, we got issues.
He wanted to
on
find
my
Uncle
kids.
Remus.
Tweaking.
He wanted to beat up Uncle.
Like, what? You talking about? You hear me? Get on that with me.
So
Tell Uncle come out here.
Oh God.
Tell Uncle I'm out here. He owed me a soft buck.
gonna
On
say
my
a
kids.
little pricey. Yeah, they a lot of pricey.
Man.
Yeah.
$10 for a 6-piece.
Tweaking.
So Martin or Fresh Prince?
I thought about that back and forth. I'm gonna have to say Martin at the end of the day.
Martin.
God. Fresh Prince was really, really, really decent, but I'm gonna have to say Martin at the end of the day.
Okay. Name an artist you bring back from the dead.
Oh God, figuratively speaking, dead or
Like
really dead?
okay, the really dead.
Really dead.
Oh,
really
God.
Dead, really dead. Really dead. Really dead.
We've had this experience before.
Oh God.
Somebody said figuratively.
Somebody said
Yeah,
Lauryn Hill.
Right. Oh God.
So we mean actually 6 feet deep, not coming back.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it would be cliche to say Biggie because I know it's somebody I just forget that they like dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just forget. Naturally, I want to say Biggie because when I used to listen to his music, I used to always wonder, like, you know what I'm saying, what it would have been like if he would have kept going. So I guess I just go with Biggie for now. Like, if Biggie could come back from the hood, you fed me. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, okay, bet.
I like that. I don't think we had a Biggie. Name an artist you like to work with, just in general.
Artists or just one?
One.
Oh God.
Kanye.
Man, you've had me. I'm working on hopefully I can get that verse from Chance.
That would
Like,
be dope.
you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, so I'm gonna see what's to that shit.
You gonna get it.
Yep.
We gonna
He
get
done
that
already
before the
shouted
spring
you
break.
out.
Oh God.
So it's coming.
Man.
They hand you an aux cord to a sold out arena. What's the first song you play that's your music? What's the first song you'll play?
Oh, my joint I'm already knowing.
already knowing.
I haven't released it yet. But it I just tear up when I shout out to the Shipmates. The Shipmates produced that joint.
Breeze,
And
Moxie P, how you
man,
feel?
they just
Look, he ready to cry right now.
That's how you see
certain tracks, like, they just make you pour out your soul and your spirit, like, and just talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? I would play I'm already knowing and let the land hear how I'm feeling.
Hey, man, the Shipmates production will
They
do that
nasty.
to you. Shout
They're
out Moxie P and Kid Breeze, man.
Most
Y'all
certainly.
keep up the great work. Let's see. If you wasn't rapping, what do you see yourself doing?
Oh, if I wasn't rapping, probably like in IT or something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
you got to elaborate on that one.
Yeah, just straight IT. Like, yeah, I do have a love for, you know what I'm saying, electronics and so on and so forth. That's what I was last in school for. But I took a break, you know what I'm saying, to get to this, and I don't really have time to do the school thing right now because I'm really trying to get this up off the ground. But if I had to, you know what I'm saying, go back and leave the whole corporate thing alone, and I would just finish my IT situation.
Hey, that's dope.
Oh, God.
So, last question from the game is one word that best describes you. I'm going to say that again because I said that with an unclear throat. One word that best describes you.
Dark. Period.
That's new.
If you, it's like you'll get it through the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really talk much. I'm not really chatty. I speak through the music. You know what I'm saying? So, dark, you'll get it through the music.
Okay. I like that.
Do you got a date for the project or anything?
I think, honestly, as far as when it'll drop, it's more so based off the market.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways you can approach, like, dropping a project. Or, for example, I could take the 4 route. 4 had been doing music for a nice little while. Woo woo. He got, you know what I'm saying,
Black
the
King.
Chi-Town to heat up.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it just depends. But I'm all about, I'm all about strategizing and marketing or whatever. So it would just have to be at the right time.
Okay.
You look at it like stock market.
Man, I'm obsessed with
Man.
numbers.
Analytical. We were just talking about this, man.
Yes,
being,
sir.
in
You got to
analytics.
be. That's what allows me to take off from the competition. I don't think people pay enough attention to numbers and analytics and, You know what I'm saying? Like that's the basis of my brand.
Bruh.
The best day to drop, the best time to drop.
Bruh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's even recipes to the videos. There has to be certain points in the videos. Like, if a video doesn't have those three ingredients, like, you know what I'm saying? The point that I know, like, for example, the last video I dropped, the part that I knew it hit really, really hard is when Fool was like, tried to send him some money through the Cash App, and he told me his bank account was smoked. And then he asked me who you bank with, because he wanted to offer me a chance to make some extra cash. Like, the stuff that, like, the real core stuff that you gotta be from Chicago to know. Because if you're not from the land, then motherfuckers be like, what's the significance of that? There's so much in what he said. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain parts. Like, even it's simple as, man, shout out to P-Top in the Era Dance Crew with him in the background footworking. Like, it's the small details that make up everything that I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stressful doing the videos. It look like I be having fun, but majority of the time I actually don't. For a 2.5 minute video, it would be 3-4 hours recording.
Yeah, take your time.
And days. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I edit and, you know what I'm saying, record all my own stuff and chop it up and, you know what I'm saying, woo. Like, yeah, it's stressful.
I'm happy to hear you say that, because I always wanted to know the behind. I would love to come to behind the scenes and see you work.
It's real. I Spike Lee mask. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to do that over. I need your facial expression correct. I need you to say this exactly like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah. It sees. Wow. It sees when I get to the recording.
Man, well, you heard it here on iLLANOiZE Radio, man. Let the people know where they can find you, for those that may not know who you are.
Can a producer send you beats and all that?
On God, man, y'all already know it's Korporate K. Just put corporate in anywhere, shit, all the time. The YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook. I'm definitely out there. I be putting in work. Any producers that are interested in sending me any production, you can definitely submit that to Korporate, and that's Korporate K beats at gmail.com.
Yeah, it sounded like an infomercial.
My man just brought an ad on the show, man.
Oh, God.
So I can't even talk now. This your boy Biko here on iLLANOiZE Radio, man. You guys can get into it with me at official Biko. That's official. B as in boy, EKOE. Shout out everybody that tuned in. Shout out the homie Nico Rule for coming through, breaking down Chicago creatives. Shout out my homies Korporate for coming through, entertaining us. Jones, what you on, my brother?
Oh man. Y'all can catch me on Instagram at iLLANOiZeJones88. Catch me on Twitter at iLLANOiZeJones88 on Twitter too. Catch me on iLLANOiZe.co every day.
No M.
Every day. You can either watch me on iLLANOiZe.co on my episode of Home Drill that I drop every week, or you can just read my posts, man. I'm dropping posts on that thing. And I would give y'all my Facebook and Snapchat, but I don't fuck with y'all like that though. So party hard and party safe.
As my man Korporate would say.
If you can't do both, stay your ass in the house.
On God. So that concludes our show. Make sure you guys tune back in next week. I don't even know. I think we got Film Doc coming next week. Yeah, we got Film Doc coming next week. So tune in next week, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure you follow iLLANOiZE at iLLANOiZE, which is iLLANOiZE on Twitter. On Instagram, it's the _, because somebody jacked our name. I'm trying to get it, but
he
Instagram
look weird too. He look weird. Bro. He look like I ain't gonna say it, but he look like he watch a lot of kiddie porn. I swear to God, because I made a mistake. I made a mistake and I edited it in my Instagram tweet. I'm like, hold on, what is this? And I clicked on him, like, he looks so weird. Like he just watch Pornhub for a living.
Probably do.
He looks weird, bro.
So, yeah, you can follow us on our social media. And we going to end the show with our last ill list artist of the day, Leoski D, with Chasing Money right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. Tune back next week. We gone.
10. Playlist. Like this eyes. You got that vibe to it. Oh, yeah.